Hello and welcome from Fefor in Norway. And it's here at the Fefor Hotel that sets the stage and the backdrop for this year's inaugural IHGF Stones of Strength World Challenge. Once again, 10 of the world's top strength athletes have been gathered together to compete over 5 unique stone lifting disciplines, from stone putting, stone carry, stone press and stone medley and stone loading, showcasing skill, agility as well as overall strength in their quest to claim this title, the IHGF Stones of Strength World Challenge Champion. Let us now introduce you to the athletes competing in this year's lineup.
Johan Langhorst, Holland.
Luke Reynolds, Australia.
Fefor, Iceland.
Bjørn André Solvang, Norway.
Nathan Gotri, USA.
Chris Burke, USA.
Nick Romero, USA.
Tibor Kish, Hungary.
Austin Stadosher, Canada.
Chris, this is your third time in the lineup in this IHGF Stones of Strength World Challenge. Now, you had a severe injury just over a year ago to your back. You've done the rehab, you've come back, you're looking bigger and stronger than ever. How do you see the outcome of this competition for yourself?
I think this will be my best year yet, so I'm hoping at least top 3. Try to get some vengeance and show people what I'm really capable of.
Tibor, you placed 4th overall last year in the IHGF Stones of Strength World Challenge. Considering your weight loss, you've lost quite a bit of weight this year, you're down 30 kilo. What kind of shape you in?
Hát a kövek mindig jól mentek. Most így fogyás után is edzésen próbáltam. Most sem mennek rosszul. Viszont azt vettem észre, hogy mindenkinél kisebb vagyok, és nagyon erős mezőny jött össze ebben az évben. Megpróbálok most is az első 5-ben végezni, aztán majd meglátjuk, hogy sikerül.
Luke, good to see you again. You're back in top form. Last year competing in this competition, you were in the top 3, but unfortunately you got a bicep injury. How's that bicep injury healed up now?
Yeah, it's good to be back this year. I've rehabbed it properly, had the surgery. Took my time to come back. I've had some heavy competitions lately, but I'm feeling really good, ready to go.
You're looking for vindication this year?
I am, yeah. I've got unfinished business here. I need to help myself with what happened last year.
Fefor, great to hear in the lineup here in the IHGF Stones of Strength World Challenge. Now the Icelanders, they're known for being big and known for being strong, and especially in stone lifting. This competition really is tailor-made for you.
Yeah, I guess so. Stone lifting is my thing. That's my best events.
So out of all the events, looking at the stone pressing, stone carrying, stone loading, what's going to be your best event there?
I'm going to bet on stone carrying.
Now you got a famous stone here, the Husafelt stone in Iceland, and you've set like a record there, haven't you, just recently?
Yeah, I've done it. 46 meters.
46 meters. And looking at the shape and size of a stone, 160 kilo, do you think it's going to prove any problems, or do you think it's going to be a nice stone to carry?
I gave it some beer last night. I tapped it on the head last night, so we are friends now. That's what I do in Iceland. I go out there at midnight and talk to them. So it's going to be my friend today.
Nick, great to see you here competing in Fefor Norway. This is your third time competing in IHGF Stones of Strength World Challenge. Last year you took second place overall. How is your preparation and training been going on leading up this competition?
Well, actually, last year was the first time I actually got to use the stones, and so everything I'd adjust on the fly. This year, I actually did my due diligence, prepared a little bit more, invested in getting some new equipment for myself, because the weights are so uneven. It tends to be a little bit more unorthodox, and I just need to make some of those movements a little bit more predictable for myself. So, you know, it's been a good way to make sure I can adapt on the fly.
Yeah. Now, you're one of 3 athletes competing in this competition. How do you see the outcome? Could this be the year for one of the Americans, especially yourself, to take his title home?
Absolutely. I'm more familiar with the events. I'm pretty confident what we got going on over here, and you know, our preparation was done ahead of time. So, you know, it's I'm as ready as I can be.
Johan, last year you placed 3rd overall in the IHGF Stones of Strength. You won the Atlas Stones. I was the only person to load all 5 stones. How's your preparation in leading up this competition? And you think you could possibly snatch the victory?
Yeah. Of course, I'm going for the win. And last year was a great finish with the Atlas Stones. Also won the loading, and hoping to win some more events this year. Did a lot of strongman competitions, a lot of big competitions, and yeah, I'm ready for it.
Nathan, this is the first time for you competing in the IHGF Stones of Strength World Challenge. You won California's Strongest Man, you were second in the World's Strongest Logger this year, and this is only your first year competing in Strongman. How much are you looking forward to this?
Oh, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm barely 8 months in. Every day is a new day and every day is a blast, so it's having a blast being here and rubbing shoulders with all these guys who've been doing it for a lot longer than I have. So
first event's going to be the stone press overhead. You're looking forward to doing well in that event?
Yeah, I've only trained up to 60 seconds, so I'm really looking forward to having 75 and seeing how many I can get out with that stone.
Austin, 3rd time competing in IHGF Stones of Strength World Challenge. Your best placing overall has been 6th overall. Do you think you can go better this year, possibly make it in the top 3?
Well, I'm going to do everything I can to possibly get in the top 3. No matter what happens, I'm definitely going to do my best.
Bjorn, great to have you here in the lineup in this IHGF Stones of Strength World Challenge. You're currently Norway's strongest man. For you, how is it competing in this competition with stones? How have you prepared?
Prepared. Probably could have been prepared a little bit better, but you know, we have a lot of similarities in this contest and the other ones. We have. For example, the Husafell that we're used to, and also the Atlas Stones. But then again, we have some events that's pretty new. So actually, I'm very excited to see how I'm going to do with these big guys over here.
Now, first event's going to be the overhead stone press. How much are you looking forward to that event? Is that usually a good event for you?
Yeah, normally overhead is a very good event for me. But I've looked at the stone that we're going to press. It's not actually that heavy, but it's totally, yeah, very awkward.
It's
so
a little different on a bar.
Yeah, much more different. So 100 kilos there, it's actually much more heavy than I expected. But then again, it will be nice to see.
David, here you are competing your very first IHGF Stones of Strength World Challenge. You won the Swedish Stones of Strength Challenge. You qualified to be here. How much are you looking forward to this competition? And looking at your opposition, where do you think you're going to place after the dust is settled?
It's so hard to tell because when you look at the guys all around you, I feel so small. But I don't know. I think I can make some good impression.
first event in this men's IHGF Stones of Strength World Challenge, the overhead stone press. Athletes have got to lift from the ground a stone weighing 105 kilo. They're going to lift it up into their chest. They're going to press it and lock overhead. They get the down signal from the judge, back to the ground again, and repeat as many times as possible.
Ready, set. Down. Good push. Come on, brother. One rep. On my go. Ready, set. Down. Grab heel. Down. Right there. Tight, roll it in. Big breath. Legs. Down. There you go. Top up. 20 seconds. All right, you got one more. Let's go. Big breath. Yes. Stubborn. Let's go. Up. Down. Yeah. Time. Four reps.
4 reps leads the way. Nathan Goldway, the USA.
Check.
Down.
Let's go good.
Well done.
Yeah. Come on. 25 seconds. A few more. Come on.
One more, bro. Come on.
Two reps.
Two reps for Bjorn.
On the whistle. 3, 2.
Let's go, Nick.
Go.
Come on. Hands.
Attack. Get it to your shoulder. 30 seconds.
You got it. Come on. You got it. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Here we go. There you go. There you go. Get one. There you go. There you go.
Come on.
Come on.
Get it
Up.
up.
There you go.
Go for it. Go for it.
Come on, Nick.
5 seconds. Come on, Nick. That's your press right there.
Go. Let's go.
Time. Get ready. Ready, set. Easy. Down. Perfect. Come on, Austin. Hands off. Come on now. Ready, set. Come on, focus now.
Focus.
Come on.
Let's go. Come on.
Oh. Right my head, bro. Come on. Come on. Come on. Move it. Down. Yes. Good job. Come on. Press yourself. Good. Come on. Down. 10 seconds. Good job. Ready? Set. Down. Come on. Perfect. Push it. Got this, come on. Down. 2 to go, come on. Good job. Down. 15 seconds. Come on, Luke. 10 seconds. Okay, come on. One more. 5.
So 3 reps puts him in second place, second position, behind Nathan Colby of the USA. Luke, second place overall, but you had to work for it. 3 reps you got, but we're going last. It kind of gives you an advantage, knowing what you need to do. How tough was it?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, like you said, I knew what work I had to do. I knew 4 was the number I had to chase. I did 4 last year. Just that second rep of mine, I spent a long time fighting it, which really sapped my energy. I was happy enough with 3, slide into second place and make it up from there.
Now you're a big man, you know, over 350 pounds. This event is a very fast moving event here on the cardio as well. How are you hoping to do in this event?
For a big guy, I've always prided myself on my mobility and able to move still. So I think this should be a good event for me.
Nick, that's a big surprise for you. Last year you won this event, 5 reps. You only managed 1. Tell us a little bit about what happened. What went we doing here?
Well, you know, the warm-ups were going fine. I hit about 3 or 4 good solid reps. For whatever reason, when I went for the first attempt, I must have put pressure on my diaphragm somehow, but I ended up getting numb and like I was lightheaded and I just couldn't recover. I gave myself maybe about 15 seconds to see if I could get some of the sensation back, and it just wasn't going to be coming back in time. So I give it a couple extra tries. I just couldn't get stable, and you know, I wasn't able to get any power production out of my position.
Well, let's hope you can make it up in the next event with the stone medley.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I've messed with these stones before, so I'm pretty confident I'll be able to make up some ground here.
Nathan, well done in the win in the first event of the Stones here with the overhead stone press. 4 reps. Did you expect that?
I was trying to go with the time of 75. I was trying to get between 4 and 5, and just utilize as much leg drive as I could because I'm not a huge presser like some of the guys here.
Now, next event's going to be the Stone Medley. Is that usually a good event for you?
Usually most moving events I end up doing okay. I still have a little bit of movement left from my younger days and can usually do okay.
So your background in the football, do you think that comes into play with the cardiovascular?
Yeah, American football I was playing, regularly up until a year ago, and then jumped right into strongman and games. So I think it still helps quite a bit.
Johan, 1 rep with the overhead stone press. That's 1 more than you did last year. Happy enough?
No, I'm a little bit disappointed because pressing is a really good event of mine, but I haven't practiced much with the stone, and it was not the weight that was troubling, but it was the shape, and it
just a little awkward.
Yeah, it was really awkward. But okay, one rep is better than last year, but I expected at least 3 or 4 reps.
Well, Chris, not too bad result for you in the first event with the overhead stone press. You tied for 3rd place with 2 reps. Happy enough?
I'm not really happy with it. My warm-up was going really good, so I was expecting to get 5 or 6 there. Once I got out there, standing on that mat was sloping downward, and I kept dancing on my toes, and I just couldn't get settled down, so I didn't get what I thought I could, and pretty bummed, but see what I do in the next event.
Well, the next event, the Stone Medley, in the past, that has been good for you. We've got a series of stones from 80 all the way up to 107 kilo, so it should be good.
Yeah, should be a fast event for me, and so I'm hoping for the best. We'll see how I do, see how I stack up.
Our next event in the IHGF Stones Strength World Challenge, the Stone Medley. Athletes have got to pick up a series of stones ranging from 70 kilo, 80 kilo, 90 kilo, 107, finishing off with 116 kilo across a course of 15 metres in the fastest time. Athletes have got 75 seconds to complete as many stones as possible.
Focus. Go. What humanity I knew, I belong. Come on, David. Focus. Hold. Ja, puste nå. Come on. Ja, der ja. Der går David. Kjør på da. Helt opp. Getting it too heavy on here. I'll just run these two.
Go, Goldtree. Come on, breathe. Go. Good. Hips forward, Nathan. Come on. Breathe. Good.
There you go.
Go. Run.
Come on. Breathe. Come on.
Breathe. Hips.
Good job.
Good.
There you go.
Good.
Good
Come
round.
on. Good. Go.
Come on. Keep it up. Breathe.
Come on. Good. Hips forward. Hips. Good.
There you go.
Squeeze. Go. One more. You got this. Go. Come on, Nathan. Good. You have this shit out of get your hips forward. Let's go. All the way. Come on.
Very nice.
Chris, congratulations. The stone medley, it was a tough event. It looked really enduring, especially on the lungs here. You're breathing hard. You know, just tell us a little bit about it.
Well, when they were setting up, we saw that was 15 meters and 5 stones. We knew it was going to be a real tough run. Most of us didn't even think we would be able to do it in the 75 seconds, but you just power through it. And at the end there, everything started going. The hamstrings, the calves started getting tired, and you start lifting that stone higher so you don't fall over. But then it starts squeezing your chest, and it's harder and harder to breathe. But you just do it.
Well, good result. Next event's going to be the Husafeld stone. And if this is anything to go by, you're going to be doing well in the Husafeld stone.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I mean, my endurance is pretty good, but it took a lot out of me there, so we'll see how much I have left for that.
Luke, for such a big man, you move fast. Good time here, just under the time limit by 1 second. Just tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, that was probably the toughest loading race I've done. It's just a lot of pain, especially in the last 2 stones. As soon as I picked up that final one, I wanted to drop it, but I was like, Chris has already finished this, I've got to finish this. And I was lucky I fell over the line just in time.
You just made it. Well, great performance. The Husafeld Stone's going to be the next event. Yep. And again, is this going to be a good event for you?
Should be. It's going to be tough after that, but we're all in the same boat with that. It should be a good event. I took second place in that last year, I think, so should be good.
Nathan, what a victory. You completed the course, all 5 stones in a time of 58 seconds. A true test, overall endurance and strength. Tell us a little bit about it.
Some of the movings I still feel I can do well in. So I knew I had to do well in it, and 62 seconds was second, and that's real fast with the course. So I knew I had to go for it, and the first 3 stones felt good, and I had to push through the last 2 that were heavier.
So again, coming from the background in the American football, this has helped pave the way along with your strength sport.
Yeah, absolutely, and I still do some decent conditioning work and running and stuff back home in the States to try and keep a little bit of it for longer events like this.
Now, next event's going to be the Husafeld Stone, 160 kilo for max distance. You must be feeling kind of confident going into this next event.
Yeah, make sure I can get it off the ground and go till the legs or the arms can't go anymore.
Next event is IHGF Stones Strength World Challenge, the Fefor stone carry. Athletes are going to pick this massive stone weighing 160 kilo up into their chest. They're going to go up and down a course, 20 meters for max distance, no time limit.
For å prøve å løfte han litt grann før. Kom igjen, Nick. Skal gå. Får det opp der. Men han skal gå med den også, så han nødt til å ha et nytt tak, og her av gårde. Her kommer, ser du Nick nesten løper. Det 160 kilo stein. Han begynner å nærme seg den andre tønna. Han må rundt tønna, og det han der. Det vil si at der passerer han 20 meter, og vel så det. Nick Ramiro kommer der. Skal du runde neste? Nå begynner det å gå. Helt på slutten her nå. Han skal rundt eventuelt neste tønne også, og det gjør han. Der slipper han akkurat på nordsiden. Det 40 meter det. Nick Ramiro. Bjørn skal ha litt hjelp her. Det 160 kilo. Sterk som en okse, verdens hyggeligste mann. Jeg kjent med for et års tid siden.
Kom igjen nå! Slik godt sammen, så går det!
Sterk som en okse, som vi ser, og begynner å gå. Husk å puste, får vi fra sidelinjen her nå. Over 10 meter, så vidt jeg kan se. Det får du ta med for den her. Skal han klare å runde den da? Bjørn André Solvang begynner å miste litt grep der. Der han, men han på runde akkurat tønna. Kjempeapplaus til Bjørn André. Skal ut på tur. Merke til teknikken. Der har han fått hendene rundt den. Ser veldig bra ut. Har et veldig bra tempo her nå på Johan. Kom igjen, Johan skal ha mye hjelp her nå. Tenk på hva han har i kroppen fra før, og klarer bortimot 20. Johan Lågård. Skal vi få han av gårde nå? Godt grep på tråd. Får den opp der. Ligger den på låret. Ser ut som han finner nytt grep. Bra hjelp fra Fefor fra siden der, og godt i gang. Kom igjen, publikum! Vi snakker Fefor. Han småbred. Godt i gang, har funnet en bra rytme nå. Passer seg litt for tønna der, og får hjelp fra Fefor fra siden. Skal du runde tønna da? Skal du klare det, Fefor? Ja, der det rundt. Han Somre Wilhelmsson. Må puste. Jeg tror det... Han legger den på ene låret. Vi snakker 160 kilo. Skal han ha? Det fantastisk innsats! Og bare ler! Det helt fantastisk. Det nesten så beina svikter der. Fefor Somre Wilhelmsson. Ja, Chris i gang. Laura får et bra grep nå, så han av gårde. Det ser ut som han har funnet rytmen. Han har bra rytme der nå. Kom igjen, Chris Burke. Og runder. Ja, det ikke noe tvil om at han kommer til å runde, og det gjør han. På vei nede mot 30 meters merke blir jo det da. Man har rundet der nede nå. Chris Burke, kom igjen, publikum. Nå gir vi litt ordentlig hjelp her. Skal han runde igjen? Ja, det kan det se sånn ut. Det blir ikke lenge, men ja da. Det tror jeg blir på centimeter. Det blir spennende å se den målingen her. Han tar nytt grep igjen når han får tak, og der han vel og greit av gårde. Nathan Guthrie. Kom igjen, har det voldsomt tempo på nå. Han klarer å runde, det ser sånn ut sånn rent tempomessig, og det gjør han der. Passerer han den, og så det da ned mot det blir 30-metersmerket nå. Han ser foreløpig uforskammet frisk og rask ut, for å si det sånn. Dette her, det tror jeg blir en runding til. Ja da, dette ser fantastisk bra ut. Ja, det definitivt ny ledelse. Nathan Guthrie.
Well, guys, what a competition that was. My goodness, it couldn't get any closer. America 1, 2, and 3. Nick, you set the pace here with a distance of just over 40 meters. Did you think I was going to be a winning time?
You know, I took second in this event last year. I definitely knew that I could give everybody else a good run for it. You know, I expected it to hold up, but obviously Burke and Nathan bested me today. You know, hats off to them. You know, I think all of us have similar techniques in carrying the stone, so it just came down to the endurance and the footwork. You know, and they actually did better than me, so hats off to them.
And Chris, 7 inches further than Nick. You've had a year layoff, you're coming back, and everything's working out for you.
Yeah, it felt good. 2 years ago, I tried the same stone and I zeroed it, so I was a little worried coming into this. But as soon as I got my arms around it and got into my lap, I got my hands clasped in there and I knew I was ready to go and just took off and kept going till the legs gave out. So I'm happy.
Good performance. And Nathan, my goodness, you've been competing just less than a year. Here you are. You bombed it here, 43 meters, just over 43 meters.
Yeah, I had the advantage of these two guys going first to set the bar, which always makes it a little easier. I knew how far I had to get, and just like Chris mentioned, went till the legs in the back wanted to go, and luckily that was a couple feet further.
Johan, next event, the stone putt, and of course coming from a Highland Games background as well as strength. That's a good combination. That should be a good event for you to get some valuable points for the overall.
Yeah, and I need some valuable points. Yeah, stone putt is very good for me. I'm explosive, and I got the technique a little bit from the Highland Games, so yeah, it should be good.
Next event coming up is going to be the stone putt. That's been a good event for you, and you need the points.
Oh, I absolutely need to make up some ground. Stone putt's one of the ones I was looking forward to really capture those points that I got to miss out on earlier in the events. So I'm expecting a good showing, and I'm definitely going to take top 3 in this one. And hopefully it's enough to take the lead.
Next event is IHGF Stones of Strength World Challenge. It's a 55-pound stone putt. Athletes are thrown from behind a trig. They've got an approach of roughly 3 meters. Any style may be used within the box trig. They've got 3 attempts. The best of what 3 attempts count.
Austin fra Canada. Ja, bra kast. 5 meters, 70 centimeters. David Segerblad, halv 10. Ja. Fem 64, 5 meters, 64 centimeters. Bjørn André Solvang. Ligger i hofta, sier det. Ja, det skal vi ikke gjenta, men vi får ta målene. 6 meters, 15 centimeters. 0. Luke Reynolds. høyde på den. Jeg tror han har bra lengde også. Bråstoppet. Og kaster lenger enn 5,60. Skal vinne denne. Johan Langøk. Ja, det tror jeg han gjør også. Det kan ikke være mye om å gjøre. Ja da, 6,05 på Johan.
That's very good.
6 meters, 37 seconds. Fanar is ready. Another good one from Nathan. Six meters, 60.
Well, Nathan, well done. Second place in the stone putt there. You're going to be content with that?
Yeah, it's okay. You always want first, but that's okay. Haven't done a lot of it. A lot of really good guys here, so it's okay.
So it's 3 firsts, a second place, and as long as you didn't make any mistakes in the last event with Atlas Stones, the title is within your grasp.
Yes, sir. And I'm looking forward to that, and looking forward to Atlas Stones and doing well in those.
Nick, third place in the stone putt. You badly needed points. We're getting into the last event with Atlas Stones here. You're roughly middle of the pack in overall. Can you pull something out?
Chris.
Stones is my favorite event, and it's something that's a staple in our programming, and so I'm very familiar with it. I got to test out the Granite Stones last year, and I feel like I'm prepared as best as I can. I'm just gonna give it the best effort I got, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to dig deep enough to make up some ground here.
Johan, you predicted a possible win, and you did. Your background in Highland Games come into play there, along with the strength, the first place win in the stone putt. You're moving into the last event with the Atlas Stones. Every point is vital for overall. You need to really be in the top 3 here.
Yeah. I'm going for the win for the Atlas Stones. I needed the points. I took the win at the stone putt, so that's good. Yeah, looking if I can make it to the top 3.
Last year, you were the only athlete to load all 5 stones.
Yeah. But everybody's in good shape now, and everybody trained. So, yeah, maybe it would be more of a battle. I'm hoping that I am the only one, of course. But no, I think there will be more athletes to put up all the stones.
Luke, it all comes down to the last event with the Atlas Stones. Last chance for you to get some vindication.
Yep. Atlas Stones are my best event, so I've had a couple of poor events now, so I need to claw back some points.
Now, last year, unfortunately, you had the bicep issue here. You had a slight strain on your left arm here. Is that going to hamper you at all?
Look, it's been treated all day by S10 Fitness. They've been really good. It seems to be holding up, so I think I'll be okay. Last event to go.
It all comes down to our final event as IHGF Stones of Strength World Challenge, the Atlas Stones. Athletes have got to lift a series of stones ranging from 100 kilo to 180 kilo, up in these metre-high barrels. Athletes have got 60 seconds to complete as many stones as possible.
Nick Romero. The stones go fine. Third stone, 40 kilos. 60 kilos, fourth stone. Looking very good, Nick. Go on.
Let's go.
Nice ride. Very good. Give it some time. 60. Looking good. Good it. Third stone. From the other side of the world, from Australia, Luke Reynolds. Tempo is amazing. 160 kilos now. As easy as. Luke Reynolds, gonna nail this. Come on, Luke. You can do this. We all know you can. One more try. Big hand for Luke Reynolds.
Athletes ready? Yep. Good.
Bjørn André Solvang from Norge. He's from Norway, this guy. 120 looks good, 140. It's up to 160. Come on, Bjørn. You can do this. He's looking perfectly. Going to pull that one up, is it? Come on, guys. 180 meters. Fantastic. Amazing. Bjørn André Solvang. Oh, yeah.
Woo! Pumped up. All right. Athletes ready? Yes.
Chris Boone, 100 kilos, goes easy. 120. Amazing speed. Looking very good. Give him some applause. Give me some shouting. Give me some help.
Show my hamstring.
Oh, shit. I didn't say that.
Athletes ready? Set.
Stone looks very good. This time also. Third stone. Yeah.
Come on.
60 kilos. It's okay. Come on. Give him a hand. Come on. Amazing. Oh, yeah. 21 seconds.
That one scared me. I almost didn't get that one.
Johan Longers, there you go. Speed is excellent, 142 kilos.
Here we go.
Come on, Johan.
Hit.
120 kilos goes good. That's quite fast, isn't it? 19.55. It's amazing. It's unbelievable, really.
Well, what a competition that was, coming down to the last event with the Atlas Stones. My goodness, it couldn't get any closer. 21 seconds, phenomenal.
Yeah, it was a lot of hours. I knew he'd be very, very fast, so I tried my hardest and tried to go my fastest.
And you pulled it out there at the finish, 19 seconds, 55.
Yeah, 19 seconds, new record. I had to be fast. He was really quick, 21 seconds. So
yeah.
And you were tied going into the last event with Luke Reynolds, but you've secured your place third
Yeah.
overall.
I think so, yeah, third overall.
And for you, Nathan, competing your very first stone lifting competition, 3 firsts and 2 seconds. You couldn't ask for anything better.
No, it was a lot of fun, and I came out and I knew there was going to be a lot of really good guys, a lot of really fast guys like Johan, and had to give every event, everything I had.
So after all the points is tallied, you are the winner. You are the 2018 IHGF Stones of Strength World Challenge Champion. How are you feeling?
Good. That's very exciting. Like I said, I'm just happy to get out here and get around all these great guys, and I'm glad I performed and did well.
Well, that's it from Fefor Norway and this year's IHGF Stones of Strength World Challenge. I hope you've enjoyed the show as much as we have. Until next time. Nathan Gourlay from the USA.
Go!